we have a pretty crazy story here. So it looks like this judge has actually ruled that Democrats indeed can sue Donald Trump over alleged emoluments clause violations. Now this is pretty significant. So this isn't ruling that he's guilty of being in violation of the emoluments clause violations. This is just saying that they can go ahead and actually sue Donald Trump. And this is actually a really interesting story. The Hill says, a federal judge ruled Friday that over 200 Democratic representatives and senators can sue President Trump over claims he violated the emoluments clause of the Constitution regarding his business with foreign governments. The clause states that an elected official cannot accept, quote, any present, emolument, office, or title of any kind whatever from any king, prince, or foreign state. Democrats claim Trump is violating the clause whenever his hotels or golf courses receive payments from foreign governments because Trump still owns his stakes in them. It says the court finds that the plaintiffs have standing to sue the president for allegedly violating the foreign emoluments clause, U.S. District Judge Emmett G. Sullivan wrote in response to the suit, which was brought forward by Senator Richard Blumenthal and Representative Jerry Nadler. Quote, plaintiffs argue that each member of Congress suffers a particularized and concrete injury when his or her vote is nullified by the president's denial of the opportunity to vote on the record about whether to approve his acceptance of a prohibited foreign emolument. A judge in July shot down a request from Trump to block a similar suit brought by the attorneys general of Maryland and the District of Columbia. That case is ongoing. It says after the 2016 presidential election, Trump broke with precedent by refusing to divest his stakes in his businesses. He instead placed his assets in a trust controlled by his two adult sons. Critics have since claimed that Trump's properties benefit from his contracts with foreign governments, including his hotel in Washington, which has hosted multiple foreign delegations. So this is actually super important for obvious reasons, because this is some straight up corruption shit that's going on, no doubt. And there's this interesting story here that I wanted to read to you guys that is obviously related to this. This happened back in August. This headline reads, Trump Hotel in New York got a huge revenue boost from Saudi Crown Prince's entourage, report says. And so basically this goes on to say, it says, the Trump International Hotel saw a 13% increase in rental revenue in the first 3 months of this year, after several people accompanying Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman stayed for 5 days in March. The article cited a letter from the hotel's general manager, Prince Sanders, who noted that the Saudi prince himself had not stayed in the hotel because its suites were not large enough to accommodate him or other members of the royal family. But the bookings from people traveling with him were enough to increase the hotel's revenue for the first financial quarter. So what you're looking at here is this guy, he refused to divest his assets, and so his stakes in his businesses, and he's having these foreign governments like the Saudi government go in and actually, go to the hotels and pay money to be in the hotel. So what you're looking at is, to me, it's a very obvious violation of the emoluments clause, because effectively what's happening is foreign governments are giving Trump money by going to his business and, renting, at the hotels, at Trump hotels, and staying at Trump hotels. He is effectively giving Trump money. That is essentially what the Saudi government is doing. And as they stated with golf courses, this also happens. So this is something that is happening for sure, and I think that this is huge because I guess there's already another case going on too. But this could be some really serious shit if it's taken seriously by the judge and the prosecutors. But we will see what happens, but I really do hope this goes through, because it does seem to be the case that Donald Trump is indeed in violation of the emoluments clause.